Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is September 23rd, 2025, and here are the top cryptocurrency news stories. We'll start today's episode with the United States and the United Kingdom working together to create a working group focused on cryptocurrencies. Specifically, the so-called Transatlantic Future Market Working Group will look at short to long-term cooperation, as well as long-term coordination for digital assets. The group will also produce a report in 180 days on innovation in cryptocurrencies and broader digital markets, according to statements made on Monday. So we see that the United States and the United Kingdom are working together, and they're not alone. The United Arab Emirates has also entered into an agreement to automatically exchange cryptocurrency data. Specifically, the United Arab Emirates signed the multilateral agreement of competent authorities on the automatic exchange of information in the context of cryptocurrency reporting. This will create a mechanism for the automatic exchange of tax information on cryptocurrency activities between participating countries. This initiative was launched in 2028, and the planet has already signed the agreement, as we saw from Crypto News, allowing one country to automatically send tax data on cryptocurrencies to another. Now let's see how much money entered the cryptocurrency market last week. In total, $1.9 billion was added. Of this, $977 million was invested in Bitcoin, $772 million in Ethereum, and the rest was divided between altcoins. At the same time, companies started dynamically this week by buying cryptocurrencies. We start with Strategy, which bought 850 Bitcoin for $100 million. We continue with Metaplanet, which is the fifth largest company holding Bitcoin. With its latest purchase of $633 million, the company now owns 25,555 Bitcoin, worth about $3 billion. Moving on, we have a new company, B.Hodl, based in the United Kingdom, which spent $20 million to launch a Bitcoin treasury. From Bitcoin, we move on to Ethereum and BitMine, which now owns more than 2% of Ethereum's supply. BitMine bought $365 million worth of Ether in its latest purchase, and now owns more than 2.416 million ETH. Finally, we turn to Agriforce, which is changing its name as it enters the Avalanche ecosystem. The company will be renamed AVAX 1 and aims to raise $550 million to create a fund for Avalanche. The company aims to raise over $700 million in AVAX tokens and also plans to integrate revenue-generating fintech companies into the Avalanche network. So here's another company backing Avalanche this time. And moving on, we'll go to Coinbase, which has raised a $100 million line of credit to miner CleanSpark. And moving on to a cryptocurrency that buys itself, we'll go to Ronin Treasury, which will start buying its own cryptocurrencies next week. Ronin Treasury aims to buy over $4 million worth of RON tokens on the open market. Why on the open market? To help the price, you know. Let's say these buys will last for a month and will start on September 29th, so maybe that will help the price of Ronin. And for the big event of the day, we're going to go to Hyperliquid, which in 67 days will unlock $457 million, and some people are already starting to worry, like the company Maelstrom, which is warning that the Hype token is facing a lot of pressure from the unlock I just told you about. Let's say that this company is connected to Mr. Arthur Hayes' BitMEX, and while I'm saying that, let me tell you that Mr. Arthur Hayes sold all of his Hype. So BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes sold all of his assets in Hyperliquid to buy a Ferrari, a month after he had said that the token would do 126% in 3 years. And on top of that, he said that Hyperliquid could reach $5,000 per coin. And after saying all of that, he sold everything to buy this Ferrari that you see here. Apart from Mr. Arthur Hayes, who is not very loyal to what he says, let me tell you that this move has also caused some whales on Hyperliquid to withdraw money, and there is a whale who withdrew $122 million from Hyperliquid. And this is not the only problem with Hyperliquid, as now there are other DEX that are selling the same services as Hyperliquid and are attracting more attention. An example can be found just yesterday on Crypto News, where Mr. CZ promotes BNB's Hyperliquid Aster. So all this has caused the price of the coin to drop by 13% on the 7-day chart. And for the latest news of the day, we're going to Plasma, which is a project that's working on stablecoins and is going to launch its own bank. So Plasma is preparing to launch its own neobank, Plasma 1, sometime after the stablecoin blockchain goes live on mainnet on September 25th. And this bank will have its own card and claims to offer a 4% return on expenses and over 10% return on balances, and it will have international coverage. So that's the latest we know about Project Plasma. It's time to go to to our favorite cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin, at $112,000. And the main reason we had such a big drop is because a lot of liquidations were triggered. The cryptocurrency market has seen over $1.7 billion in liquidations. If I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest liquidation we've had in 2025 so far. And obviously, all of this is not helping the price of Bitcoin at all. And that's why the rest of the cryptocurrency market is in the red, as you can see. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, is September 23rd, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.